Hi, welcome to the Fort Worth Public Library's College Prep Series. My name is Victor and I am a librarian. I have a master's in library science and a bachelor's in international business.
My name is Tangie and I'm a public education specialist and I have a bachelor's degree in emergency management and public administration.
And my name is Elizabeth and I am a library assistant. I have a bachelor's in English and writing.
We started this video series because we all went to college and had very different experiences, and we want to share with you what we learned to help you feel more confident in your choices.
And so you can avoid some of the mistakes, stress, and confusion we faced when we first started college.
This is a 3-part series, so let's dive right in.
Welcome back to the Fort Worth Public Library's College Prep Series. So, you've submitted your application, and congratulations! You've been accepted to college! But now what? College will teach you academic things, like the literature of ancient Japan, chemical titrations, or the difference between an M dash and an N dash. And it will also teach you life lessons. Going to college can be a big culture shock. You will be navigating class schedules, homework, extracurricular activities just like you did in high school. But you may encounter a few new challenges, like messy roommates, or paying your own bills, making your own doctor's appointments, and other adult responsibilities. College is the first big step to independent living and making big decisions about your life. So let's get moving. Literally.
If you're moving to a dorm or an apartment out of state, you may want to purchase some things, but pack lightly because you can buy more things later when you get to college. Dorm rooms come furnished with a desk, a chair, and a bed. Many have extra long bunk beds that require extra long sheets. You might also want to invest in a microwave, a mini fridge, and a coffee maker so that you can make some small meals.
If you are moving to college, you'll need to pack your clothes and toiletries, of course, but also things you use every day, like cups, plates, and pillows. Make a list of things around the house you use every day and use it to help you keep track as you pack. Some colleges provide you with a list of recommended necessities. And don't forget the toilet paper.
Whether you are moving out or staying at home, you will need school supplies and books. When you sign up for classes, your professors will give you a list of textbooks to purchase. Warning, some of them can be very expensive, in the hundreds of dollars. Sometimes you can find used or digital books more cheaply, rent the book rather than buying it outright, or a group will pool money to share a particularly expensive book.
The start of every degree path begins with a set of core classes. Core classes are meant to give you a strong academic foundation and help you figure out whether you want to continue in your field of study or not. For example, you might discover algebra is not your strong suit, but you excel at social sciences. An associate's degree usually covers these core classes and a few more specific ones related to your preferred area of study. If you are getting a bachelor's, in addition to core classes, your degree will consist of a college major and minor. A college major is the particular field of study you dedicate the majority of your time. It will take about 50 to 60 credit hours for you to complete. A college minor is an additional area you study to have some expertise in, about 30 credit hours or so. Your major and your minor do not have to be directly related. For example, someone could major in biochemistry, but minor in digital design. While that might look like an odd combo, it could help them later in their biochemistry career if they work with computer modeling. Sometimes you go through the core and even some advanced classes before you discover that the degree plan you chose isn't really what you want. This is called changing your major. Often your credit hours from your old major can be applied to your minor instead, so you still get acknowledgement for your previous work. Your college will offer you a degree plan detailing what classes you need to take so that you can graduate with the major and minor you choose. Think of it as your roadmap to get to your degree. Just make sure to plan it in advance, as some classes will only be offered in the spring or fall semesters. College classes are assigned numbers to help you choose courses appropriate to your learning level. Lower level and core classes will have numbers beginning with 1, next level courses 2, and so on. The higher the number, the more advanced the class will be. Usually, the higher advanced classes will require that you complete the lower entry-level classes as prerequisites. For example, Spanish 121 will be an introductory class and won't require much previous knowledge of the language, while Spanish 433 will be a senior class that requires you to have a complete grasp of the Spanish language. Your college may use hundreds or thousands to number their courses, but the basic system is the same. Even if you took advanced, accelerated, or hybrid classes in high school, college classes are different. Middle school and high school teachers follow strict, standardized guidelines. College professors have more individual freedom in their teaching style, topics, and grading methods. College professors do not have to pass you. You have to earn it. Take responsibility early because it is up to you to do your homework and pass your tests. College is not easy, but never lose sight of your original goal, whether it's getting your dream job, making more money, or changing your life. If you are struggling, don't hesitate to talk to your professors or academic advisor. Visit them during their office hours to talk about tutoring, schedules, or accommodation options. You are worth the investment.
When you're in high school, you normally go to school Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 3 or 4 p.m., but college classes are totally different. The counselor is not going to call you or your guardian to let them know you haven't signed up for your classes, so it's your responsibility to set up your own schedule when class registration begins. A full-time college student enrolls in at least 12 hours of college. Some freshman students enroll in 15 hours of classes, and overachievers enroll in 18. So in other words, if I take 12 hours of classes per semester, this means I attend 4 classes for 3 hours each week. The classes are usually set up as Monday, Wednesday, Friday classes for 50 minutes a day or Tuesday, Thursday classes for an hour and 20 minutes a day. There are even some classes that you can attend that are 3 hours long once a week. Once you get to college, you'll notice that your life and schedule will fill up quick and that you may not want to spend all of your time at school and class. So create your schedule or make an appointment with a college counselor to create your schedule as soon as possible. And beware, Tuesday, Thursday classes usually fill up quick, and freshmen who don't know any better are stuck taking the classes that are provided on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays.
A large chunk of your time in college will be spent studying. There are many ways to study: outdoors, indoors, paper or digital. Find a spot that's calming to study in, with minimal distractions. College campuses are often full of green, park-like spaces, a great place to get some sunshine while working on reading assignments. Making bulleted lists or an outline is a quick way to organize your notes. For a more visual approach, you might also try mind mapping, which connects keywords and phrases with bubbles and lines.
The library is another great place to study. College campus libraries are open late, and some are even open for 24 hours. Campus libraries offer free Wi-Fi, printing and scanning, and they have helpful library staff that can easily connect you to multiple resources.
Some of us need to work in a group to help us understand. Voices are memorable and easy to recall. Studying with other classmates can help you fill in gaps in your knowledge. Discussing things out loud can generate new ideas and perspectives, and makes the material feel more real. Choose a study and note-taking style that suits you. When reviewing your notes, don't forget to include previous homework assignments in your textbook. If your professor gave a reading or worksheet assignment, that material is very likely to also appear on a test.
Once you get to college, you're now an adult with the duty of taking on your own financial responsibilities. So let's discuss some money pitfalls you should be aware of that are centered around bank account fees, credit cards, and financial aid. If you don't already have a bank account, you'll need to get one so that you can receive your financial aid. But beware, because certain bank accounts do require a monthly fee, and that can become a giant problem. For example, let's say you think you have money in your account and you spent most of it after you were already charged a banking fee that you knew nothing about. So not only is your account overdrawn, but you'll now have to pay an extra fee for going over the account balance. To keep this from happening, find a bank that doesn't allow you to spend over your account and ask the customer service rep as many questions as possible. Now let's talk about credit cards. You're 18 now. Credit card companies know this, and they'll begin sending you numerous credit card applications to get your service and your money. However, getting too many credit cards or getting one credit card with a high maximum balance or a high interest rate is the easiest way to fall into debt even before you graduate from college. Credit cards are not like student loans. Student loans allow you to repay the loan once you graduate, but credit cards require payments on a regular schedule, kind of like your cell phone bill. Credit cards also accrue a calculated percentage on top of what you actually borrowed, and this is called interest. This means that if you have a credit card and you spent the whole balance, depending on how you make your payments, you could end up paying back hundreds of dollars more than what you actually spent. You should also be aware that filling out too many credit card applications can impact your credit score. A credit score is basically your financial report card, and it's a deciding factor on most things that you'll buy, like a house and a car. Your credit score even impacts if you gain employment with most federal jobs. Credit card companies also know that you're living on a budget and would never say no to a free meal. So companies often set up at an eatery near campus and offer students a free meal if they sign up for a credit card. Simply signing up for a credit card can make your credit score drop a few points for several months. To prevent yourself from going into credit card debt, only get one credit card with a low balance and interest, and if you don't have a job, don't get a credit card at all. Last, be mindful of taking out more financial aid than you actually need. When you apply for financial aid, your college will send you a list of grants and loans that you're eligible to receive. This is the money that you'll need to use to pay for college classes, books, housing, food, clothing, and even entertainment. Sometimes students don't get much, but there are times that students get a lot. This may be the first time that your account will hold thousands of dollars, and although it's tempting to approve receiving it all, you will have to pay it all back, plus years of interest. So, add up your cost of school and only take out how much you'll need to survive.
Money saving tip, money saving tip. You want to have a plan with your money. After all, money doesn't grow on trees, and you worked hard for it. One way you can make better financial decisions is by making a budget and keeping track of your incoming and outgoing money. Total up the money you have coming in from scholarships, home, gifts, or work. Then, subtract your monthly expenses from it and look for places you could save. For example, if you spent $100 on junk food and now you don't have any money to pay for medicine, you'll need to cut down on your snacks and put that money towards an emergency fund instead. You can have all those numbers running around in your head or make a spreadsheet. You can use Microsoft Excel, Google Sheets, a budgeting app on your phone, or good old-fashioned paper. Microsoft Excel and Google Sheets both have some easy-to-use budget templates, and Google Sheets is free.
When you start college, you will have to make a big decision. Do you want to live on campus or off campus?
Besides the classrooms, laboratories, and libraries where you'll be studying, colleges offer housing like dormitories or apartments. They also sell meal plans so you can eat at on-campus cafeterias and cafes.
If you choose to live on campus, you have to pay rent to the school for your housing and pay for a meal plan if you want to eat in the cafeteria. These things can be pretty expensive. So what makes living on campus different than paying for an apartment or restaurant somewhere else? First, some scholarships and student grants can subsidize on-campus living, paying for part or all of your on-campus living expenses. Second, if you live on campus, everything you need is in one place.
Hungry? Just walk over to the cafeteria or campus cafe and grab lunch. Feeling sick? The campus clinic is nearby to help. Need to do research? There is free Wi-Fi on campus and a library just a short walk away. Plus, if you don't have a car, living on campus means you don't have to commute every day, since everything is within walking or biking distance.
Living on campus is a unique part of the college experience that you won't find anywhere else. You are surrounded by students from all walks of life. It is an opportunity to make new friends, learn about different cultures, and form new relationships. Being so close to so many different people can be annoying and rewarding.
You may end up with a roommate that has a different sleep schedule than you, a different idea of cleanliness, or different cultural norms. You might not get along with your roommate at all, or you may discover a new best friend.
Prefer to have your own place? You can live off campus in your own house or apartment. You'll be responsible for your own rent, meal prep, and bills like electricity, water, and internet. But you will have the freedom to live with whomever you choose and wherever you choose.
You may also be able to stay home with family cheaply or for free instead of renting a dorm or apartment. Online college classes can be a great option if you are trying to get a degree while still taking care of family at home.
If you choose to live at home, just remember that your family is still going to be there, going about their lives just as they are now. If living at home is noisy or stressful now, it will still be like that when you are trying to study.
One of the unexpected expenses of living off campus is commuting. If you have to park on campus, check to see if the college requires you to buy a parking pass. A parking pass can be pretty expensive, sometimes in the hundreds of dollars at some universities. So when considering the pros and cons of living on or off campus, keep the cost of parking, gas, car maintenance, and travel time in mind.
Explore alternative transportation too. Some campuses offer bus service, campus trolleys, and bikes to help students get to and from classes. Whether you choose to live on or off campus, it is important that you tour the campus and the surrounding area before you apply.
Are the dorms or parking lots on the opposite side of school from where your classes will be? Are there laundry machines on campus, or will you have to haul laundry to a laundromat? Where is the closest grocery store or hospital?
Some colleges offer extended visits, camps, and workshops in the summer. You can live in the dorms, taste the food, and explore the surrounding area before you decide to apply. This is a good opportunity to see if that campus and school is right for you. Now that you are in charge of your own home, food, bills, and chores on top of schoolwork, it can be tough juggling it all without something slipping. Here are some common college bad habits to avoid.
Have you heard of the freshman 15? That is the average amount of weight you gain on your first year of college. Why? Because you are now in control of your nutrition and daily habits. That means that if you prefer to eat out, you are likely to eat out more. If you can't get out of bed without an energy drink or coffee, your body and wallet will feel it. And if you don't like to work out, you'll probably skip that too. Instead, pay attention to what you eat. Avoid depending on caffeine, schedule workouts in advance, and plan your rest days. You want to have good grades and good hygiene. Brush your teeth daily, learn to make at least one easy, healthy meal, and find a fresh fruit or vegetable you like for snacking and quick energy. If your college campus has an open gym, pool, or track, take advantage of these services. These small but positive habits will help improve your confidence and help prevent problems later on.
College has two types of homework, the academic kind and chores. You will have to master a few basic housekeeping tasks, like getting groceries, washing the dishes, and doing laundry.
For example, in college you have to pay for every load of laundry at the laundromat. Everyone tries to save money and time by shoving all their clothes into one washer and packing it tight. One and done, right? Well, not really. If the washer is packed too tightly, water can't circulate, so your laundry smells funky, and zippers on jeans snag holes in shirts. Instead, leave room in the washer so the soapy water can move around, and wash your heavy things like jeans and towels separately from your favorite shirts. It's easier to do 1 or 2 smaller loads once a week, rather than waiting until the end of the month and trying to tackle a huge pile.
It can be easy to get swept up in school and forget that something else needs to be swept, your dorm room floor. Make certain chores a weekly habit. That way, they don't pile up.
One of the best parts about being in college is gaining the ability to socialize and have fun as you see fit. But too much socializing and extracurricular activities can affect your grades and even your health. In order to maintain a balanced schedule, study around 1 to 2 hours per day for each class. So if you're a full-time student with about 12 hours of classes, you should complete around 12 to 24 hours of studying each week, even if there is no test. Make time to socialize with family and friends on the weekends.
When you were a kid, adults were in charge of your health. They chose your foods, set your schedule, and made your doctor's appointments. Now that you're alone in college, what do you do if you get sick? or injured, or feel overwhelmed with stress.
If your parents have health insurance, you may still be covered even as an adult up to age 26.
However, now that you're a legal adult, your health is your responsibility.
For physical injuries or illness, your campus may have a student health clinic. They can help with sprains, get you a flu shot, and provide basic medical assistance.
When touring a school, always ask if they have a campus health clinic and what services they offer. Often the campus health clinic can offer you low or no cost health service as a student. Universities are also starting to take a more active role in the mental well-being of their students.
Guidance counselors can help you through tough spots, but you will also meet other people who can help you work through day-to-day things. Folks like peer counselors, tutors, academic advisors, and student support groups.
Take full advantage of the services that are offered to you. They are often included in your tuition, or they are free.
Welcome back. Let's check in with our experts, Jack Parsley and Brian English. Who can a student talk to if they are getting a failing grade?
So if a student is failing a grade, they have a couple of options. I'd say you always want to have a good rapport with your professor or your instructor. So let's say, 2 weeks into the semester, you go to your professor's office hours and you introduce yourself. And that way, if you run into any problems before then or during that time frame, that professor knows who you are. They know that you care. They know that you want to learn. And so I would say the first bet would be to initially have a relationship and a rapport with your professor or your instructor. However, if you run into an issue where you're failing, it's best to go to the professor. I know this from experience. I made an 18 on one of my first exams, 18 out of 100. And I went to the professor. He worked with me. And as long as I was making progress, I was actively going to tutoring. I was actively studying and active in class and learning and turning in work. He actually worked with me to eventually get a passing grade. Outside of the professor, each college or university should have some level of tutoring services. You also have access to your friends and classmates who may have notes or they may have other insights that you don't have. So you have an opportunity to seek tutoring from a failing grade. So that's who you can talk to if you're failing a grade.
Describe some resources for students who don't have a solid degree plan.
It's perfectly okay for students to not know what they want to do. In fact, most people change their degree multiple times during their college career. One of the resources that we can provide is a career assessment for free of charge to help the student determine what some career options may be that interest them and help them evaluate some different options that maybe they've never even heard of. You will also have the opportunity to meet with an academic advisor who can help you choose your classes and explore career interests. If you already have a specific job in mind, an academic advisor can help show you what degree plans may align with the career path that you'd like to have.
What should a student do if they are dealing with depression or mental health issues?
So each college or university usually is going to have a counseling center. Also, the institution should have a health center where you can go to a clinic and get checkups from a physical standpoint, but also there should be a counseling center to help students deal with mental health issues, to help deal with depression or anxiety. There should be a counseling services center on each and every campus. If there happens to not be that center, somewhere within your tuition and fee structure, you're paying a fee for some type of service that can help in that area, whether it's outsourced and they send you to somewhere else. But typically on a campus, there's going to be a health professional or a counseling services center on the campus.
What are some campus resources that can help students deal with stressful situations?
There are many resources available to TCC students to help them deal with special situations. In addition to health resources, students can also take advantage of our Eliminating Barriers Fund, which helps provide financial assistance for personal expenses that may deter students from attending college. Students will also have access to community resource referrals and workshops. Our campus gyms also provide a great place to de-stress and focus on your physical wellness. I know all this information can feel overwhelming, but I just wanted to remind you that college is a fun and exciting time. Outside of academics, there are many fun aspects of college life to consider. TCC's student life includes many clubs and organizations, leadership opportunities, intramural sports, student governments, and other fun ways to make friends and stay involved on campus.
What does it take a student to survive the transition from high school to college and graduate with a degree?
So in order for a student to survive the transition from high school to college, I would say start now if you're still in high school. So there are things that you can be doing. You can be involved in with a college advisor, or you can be involved with your counselors on campus, or you can be involved with signing up for programs such as our program, which is the UT Youth Engagement Center, where we help students walk the process from start to finish, starting at 8th and 9th grade. We're telling students, hey, have you thought about college? Have you thought about what you want to major in? Have you thought about what you want to have a career in? Have you talked about writing essays? Have you talked about your resume? So the process actually starts now. Some things that you can do is plan. And then also you want to think about the community that you'll have on campus. So are there student support groups that will support me once I get on campus? So again, I mentioned the Longhorn Center for Academic Equity at UT Austin. And they're a support group. So as soon as you come in as a freshman, they know typically freshmen have challenges in this course, so they surround you with tutoring, surround you with mentors, let you know, okay, we're going to study abroad in the summer, so let's make sure we plan that process out so that you can be in the know about the opportunities that are available, and you can begin to know the leaders on campus, whether they're student leaders or professors or vice presidents, assistant vice presidents. You want to know that there's a community there for you. And if you don't remember anything else, the best way to have success once you come from high school to college is just to study. There's no way around studying. You have to be academically astute and know the material. And so I believe when you study and when you find a place of community and when you're involved and when you plan on the front end for that space to get there, I think that's how you're able to survive that transition from high school to college and leave with a degree. That's the ultimate goal, is to leave with a degree. So make sure you study and make sure you have a community.
Some of the main stressors that you find when you get to college deal with money, mental health, and physical health. But we've got you covered. Check out these resources that can help you mitigate and become proactive. If you're not so great with handling money, look into our digital catalog and check out the books, the Teen Money Manual, and Manage Your Money Like a Grown-Up. These two books teach you the relationship between earning, saving, and spending, how investing your money works, and how to stretch your money to cover all of your basic needs and even some of your wants. If anxiety and other mental health issues are already weighing you down, check out the books, The Anxiety Survival Guide for Teens and The Shyness and Social Anxiety Workbook for Teens, both written by Jennifer Shannon. Did you know that there are habit tracking apps that help you build motivation? Some of the best free apps are HabitShare, Habitica, and Habit Tracker. And last, you'll need to make sure that you're maintaining your physical health, and we've got resources for that. If you plan to have Uber Eats at your dorm more often than your roommate, then increase your cooking skills by checking out the books, Budget Bites, over 100 delicious and easy recipes to slash your grocery bill, the Vegan College Cookbook, and the Ultimate Student Cookbook from Chicken and Chili. You can also exercise your right to be healthy by looking into our digital catalog and checking out the many exercise-themed magazines and publications that we have there. Surviving the transition of going from high school into college can be a challenge, but use your resources. There's tons, and keep your eye on the prize. Oh yeah, join us next month for another episode where we'll show you how to transition from college into the real world, and we'll even reveal our personal stories about how we transition from college students into being full-time and working adults. We'll see you next time.